Welcome to another FAQ Monday. Today we talk about suicide, silence, audiophile, quality, YouTube channels, and a couple of other stuff. First question. Subject, Kemper or real amp. If you don't have any one of these, it's preferable to buy the amp of your preference/choice or Kemper with power amp with a 412 cab. That entirely depends on what you really want to do with it. If you're looking for a great studio tool, I would go Kemper. If you're looking to gig out and also use it in the studio, I would go Kemper. I would get a powered Kemper and you just hook it straight up to a 4x12 cabinet. Having said that, if you really want a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier and you're on the fence about getting a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier or a Kemper, it doesn't make a lot of sense to just to get the modeler to imitate the actual amp. Just get the actual amp if that's what you really want. What would you say to a young lad who wants to pursue a music career? Any words of inspiration or advice? Any colleges you would recommend? Thanks, Fluff. Love watching your videos. I'm going to get beat up a little bit, probably, but I do not believe that college is a go, no-go kind of a thing for working in the music industry. Now, does it help you get a leg up and shave off years and years of trying on your own to learn stuff? Absolutely. It is wonderful. It's a great tool. But it is not like how they like to make it sound. Like if you went to Full Sail University or something and you graduated there and you'd suddenly be in the music industry and working in a studio somewhere. It just doesn't work that way. Most studio owners that I know want to see you apprentice first for probably nothing, for free. And they want to see what you know and how good you are to work with. And then pretty much you go from there. Just getting yourself out there is the best thing you can do. Whether that's video production, music production, or whatever specifically you want to do. Just get out there and do it. And unfortunately, just that means years and years and years of freebies. So, but it's worth it, and you don't need to go to college for that.
Suicide, silence, or Whitechapel? Which band do you like better and why?
I love me some Whitechapel. I really do. But I'm going to have to give it to Suicide Silence on this one. Just because the high vocal for me just takes it to another extreme. And Mitch was so damn talented and amazing. And Eddie, the replacement, is just as amazing in my opinion. Go ahead and fight about it and below. I don't even care. Eddie's the man. And I am so stoked for the new album, which I think comes out next week, this week, soon. Yeah, I love me some Suicide Silence, man. I love them.
Hey Fluff, awesome videos as usual. Could you explain how you make your videos with all the different camera angles and effects? Do you use more than one camera to get different angles while playing the same thing? Thanks.
The simplified version of making a video is this. First, you get to know your product. You spend some time with it. You sit on the couch, strum the guitar. If it's an amp, you sit and twiddle with it and try different speaker cabs. Then you write the tune that you're going to play in the video. For me, that's how I do it. I don't try to work ahead because sometimes if you write a song ahead of time and then get the guitar, most of the time it doesn't play or it's not conducive or doesn't sound as aggressive as you thought it would, and so then you have to write a different song that's not maybe as heavy or something. Then you got to track DIs. Half the time when I'm tracking DIs, I have the camera on, and some of the angles that you're seeing are of me tracking the actual DIs. I'm never actually tracking the actual tone. I do that later so I can spend some time on it. I use two Canon T3Is, by the way. And yeah, I basically just plan a couple of angles. I set up two different cameras for two different angles, and then I switch both those. Then I have a total of 4 main shots, and then I'll do any pickup shots for like any close-up, solo, noodly, melody things, and then you dump it all into Final Cut Pro and you slice that bad boy together. And that's pretty much it. You get it down to a science after a while, but at first it's tough getting your feel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope I answered the question.
What level of relevancy do you think audiophile mastering has in today's music industry, whether indie or commercial?
I think there will always be a desire for audiophile quality stuff. However, as time goes on, the next generation of music listeners simply do not care. They don't. it's reached a plateau. And, you know, the MP3 is here to stay. People don't care about waves because they want more songs in their device. That's been that way for a long time. I do find it interesting that Neil Young has a device that he's coming out with that is for, you know, audiophile quality music. But my question is, and I maybe someone can explain this to me because I don't know enough about the device, but how much audiophile quality stuff is available to even buy? Everything that I've ever seen is all MP3. And, you know, if you get it directly from the band, sometimes you get like high quality waves or something, but that's not, is that audiophile quality? Is that like lossless? I don't know. But it's ironic that, you know, we have all this expensive gear to hope it sounds good in a pair of 99-cent, you know, iPod earbuds. And unfortunately, I think it's the super audiophile stuff is going to go away in the mainstream market. There will always be the Macintosh, you know, the single volume knob, small power amp stuff. That'll always be there because that's been there since the 60s. So, interesting question. I like that.
I have a question for you, good sir. Do you install your own pickups? If so, I beg you, could you make a tutorial or at least give some pointers or advice on how to do it in a not so crappy way?
I've actually done 2 pickup install demos. I've done an active to passive and a passive to active. However, they were not for this channel. They were for the Seymour Duncan YouTube channel, and they had hired me, oh man, it was like 2 years ago, to do both of the videos, and I hadn't really talked into a camera that much, so it's a little awkward in the beginning of one of them, and then the second one I kind of loosened up. I will link to them in the description. You can find them right below if you want to go and check those out. And I guess that's all we have for today. I am Fluff. As always, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Fluff out. And shout out to Alex. What's going on, player?